Okay, well, yeah. Okay, alright, we got it. Alright. Sure.
Do you want to do the introduction?
Oh yeah, I can handle it. I just want to be sure we're on first. I don't think we're on yet. Okay, so the camera will be on us.
Amazing! Player 1 wins!
楽しかったわ。ありがとう。さあ、いらっしゃい。
Round 3, ready, go!
Alright guys, so we are back at the Neo Geo World Tour 2 Global Finals. This is Fro and I'm being joined by Sinjol.
Hi.
So the next matchup coming up is between CG Pineapple from Hong Kong. He's going to be going up against Wei You from Taiwan. And I don't know if you watched his first match earlier with the incredible Clark comeback.
No, I didn't see that.
You missed it. You missed it. His Clark is incredible, and hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit of that going on right here. Pineapple actually was one of the last chance qualifiers to come into this tournament. Super strong player. Already put White Ash into the loser's bracket as it is.
Well, I mean, the competition today is really tough. Everyone is a killer. So even if somebody's in the loser bracket, doesn't mean that they are in bad in any way.
Oh, no.
Everyone is super strong. You just have to meet the wrong guy and off you go to the loser's bracket.
Exactly. Pineapple starting off with Zarina, a character we're starting to see a little bit more of, but yeah, her defense, while she does have a DP, she's not good at cross-up defense, and really not many characters are good at defending against Yuri's offense. Oh, opportunity. Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Gunsmith and I. Yuri, very difficult character to approach, has a lot of defensive options to work with. Oh, she gets caught by that stand CD, and Pineapple takes out Yuri. Yeah, Yuri, she has a command grab, a DP, the crouch C, the close C, all sorts of really good defensive things that make it really hard to get in against her.
And the important thing, her command grab is one frame. So she just wakes up and throws you if you're standing, and if you jump, then she light punch DPs, and then she hits you out of the air. So even on her wake up, you have to know what she's doing.
Oh. And a character we don't see too often these days, Daimon from Wei You. He gets the roll, cancel into the command grab for the win here. Very good stuff. Daimon used to be a much more popular character. ET actually winning his first KO14 Evo anchoring Daimon back then.
Yeah.
Right, speaking of popular characters, Shunei coming in for Pineapple.
A character that we've been seeing quite often today.
And that was an excellent punish on the Earthquake. Has him in the corner. Right, he's going to take him out of the corner, but he wants the damage. He wants to take Shunei close to death here. Oh, he kept chasing him. That was it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it worked out. Daimon does have two command grabs. There's a slow invincible one, and there's the fast one-frame one. So that mix-up is always super scary to deal with.
And I mean, he's like a wall. When he's running towards you, you get really scared.
Yeah.
And if you start jumping, he just does this punch upward to anti-air you, and yeah, he's very scary when he's running at you. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah, it isn't quite like 98, but still pretty scary. Oswald going to work here for Pineapple. One of the anchors really coming into prominence recently after the most recent patch. Yeah, it's like, that was a checkmate. Where do you go? You guard cancel into a setup, you get chipped out, you fall into something else. There was really no way out there for Wei You. Okay, so he was the star of the show last time, Clark. Did an incredible set against Kula.
But let's see if he can actually get in with Clark against the range of Oswald. As you can see, his crouching D has a really long range now with setups in the corner. I mean, you really have to find fight your way out of the corner, try to get in, but it's all very risky. That's the problem with Clark.
Right, that's Clark in a nutshell, and that's the kind of matchup Wei You has chosen for himself. Yeah, that was a super risky mix-up, but it could have won in the match if it had worked, so he understands what this character entails. Excellent jump back! The backdash getting caught and gets aced out. Pineapple takes game one, but it was a pretty nervy affair for him. He looked a little bit unnerved by the end of that match.
That Oswald definitely doing work.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it was pretty much an Oswald show at the end.
Towards the end, yeah, and you mentioned the sweep cancel. That's the big thing with Oswald's neutral. Nobody else can have such a long-range blow that cancels into a command normal that goes into a full combo. That's what's really scary about fighting against Oswald.
Yeah, and as well, you can still cancel into max activation because it's 2 hit. The first hit doesn't knock down. So you have super long range, and you can still confirm from far away to the max. And yeah, if it gets blocked, yeah, who cares? Like you said,
right.
You can still cancel it with command normal.
And while we're on that, ZD Pineapple's Zarina really going to work. Now, she's not a heavy mix-up character per se, but she does have very long reach on what she does, especially that forward beat. Just absolutely exceptional forward rolling kick that she does. She does have a DP, so she has an anti-air.
And her damage, with activation, her damage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really high.
Her damage is quite good. Speaking of good damage, oh, he did the meaty a little bit too early. Sold the card way too early there. He has her in the corner, not quite working out for him though. Yeah, she can convert some pretty good stuff off stand CD. She's still got more to go. Still got more to go. That's what's so dangerous about Zarina. Between her command normal as well as the stand CD, she can always convert somewhere around 250 to 300, going to 400 damage depending on how much meter she has and where she is on screen.
And that range on that CD, you have to respect it so much.
Alright, the presence of mind to use the crouch C for the command grab to get enough damage on punishing that DP. Now, Wei Yu's going to have to really summon the spirit of a Clark here the way he did against Kula to be able to win this set, or even at least have a chance.
I mean, Pineapple is on match point, 1-0, so yeah, Clark really has to right now.
It's tough, but if he's going to start the comeback, it could start happening now. If he wins this round quickly enough from here, he'll still get a good amount of life back. Yeah, doesn't want to deal with the overhead, doesn't want to deal with anything. The Pineapple, good choice.
And Wei You really needs to spend some meter. At the moment he's at full meter, so he doesn't gain anything.
And Pineapple, oh, the reset! And he's going to use the climax. I think that might finish. It was enough. Wei You with the clutch blade resetting out of the max mode combo. Pineapple really not anticipating that. And that is... he'll recover a decent amount of health. He'll come to around 70%. He's got a good shot here.
That's right. How much meter does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's got a couple.
No.
It's not enough to finish the round, but he can put him into a tricky reset situation again. Okay. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit and counter hit, huge damage. Oh, what a call out!
No super
The overhead! It's gonna reset him again. See, he threw him last time, so he thought maybe Pineapple would try to escape with a jump, and he would have hit if Pineapple had jumped. Pineapple just rolls back and catches him, trying to escape again. Exactly the same ending as the previous match, but still, well played to Wei You. He put in a decent show there.
It was really close at the end. I mean, just 1 or 2 combos, and then he would have done the comeback.
Right, I mean, that reset attempt might have been enough. If that had worked, it might have been enough to end the round right then and there. So, well, shout outs to Wei You. He's a brave man, continuing to go with Clark and keeping him as an anchor in this day and age of KOF 14, and he's made it work. I mean, the set against Kula, we really saw that. You missed it, but he had a reverse OCV with Clark, yeah, and he almost did it just now against Pineapple as well. So shout outs to him. He's also doing commentary on the side. Like, this guy's working overtime right now.
So I guess he's doing the Chinese stream?
He is, yes. There's also a secondary stream if you guys are interested, Neo Geo World Tour 2. that has some other stream matches that are going to be on the secondary stream with no commentary. So, and actually, Huevo is currently playing against Hentati, if I'm saying that name right, but yeah.
I hope so. I don't know his nickname.
Oh, okay, that's Hentati over there. That's a match going on the secondary stream if you guys want to check that out. Well, as we wait for the next match between
M-Dash or
Marco
Polo?
Marco Polo versus M-Dash.
Back to winners?
Wait, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I was talking to Marco earlier, and that's not the match I was told he'd be playing, but granted, I didn't immediately check the bracket at that time.
Oh, it's a Rosa.
Oh, no, okay.
Not Marco Polo.
It's a Rosa. Marco Polo. Yeah, okay,
Yep.
okay, I just got you. It was just playing Marco Polo. All right, so it is El Rosa, who is a teammate of Marco's. They're well familiar with each other. A lot of the players, because the North American and Central American region is so spread out, so they do get to work with each other on making their community stay strong. Marco being one of them, El Rosa being another. VCO, shoutouts to you. Hopefully you're watching and enjoying. And of course, also Violent Kane and Huevo are currently part of that community as well, playing in Las Vegas tournaments. So really good work by all those guys, and a lot of them are here representing.
Also very strong players.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Each and every one of them a talent. Now, El Rosa, this is a character he's stuck with all the way through. Verse, that's been a part of his team. He's playing Ramon.
Yep. He told me he wanted to play Ramon on stream.
Yes. All right.
So I guess we get it now. In the previous match I saw of him, he didn't play Ramon. He played Dinosaur.
Okay.
Did really good work with Dinosaur. So let's see if his Ramon can also do.
What is it about people who play Dinosaur in verse? I don't know. So, there's always some weird crossover between Dinosaur and verse.
I don't know. I play verse and I hate Dinosaur.
Okay, and there are the exceptions. All right, so Alice versus Hein. Now this is a more common matchup now. Until Hein gets meter, he's going to have to really hold Alice's offense. He's not going to really have much he can do about it. So he wants to keep the neutral going. He wants to keep pressuring her, not allowing her to really play. Oh, hard knockdown. Alice time. Okay, went for the fake there. That's safe.
Today I'm not seeing a lot of overheads from the Alice players.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
That's one thing I noticed. Like, they don't use forward B too much. It's a lot of jump-ins and Rekka. So it's usually a good tool to open up the other player, but
if they're anticipating the overhead.
Yeah, but the other players are kind of reluctant to use it.
Alright, so Rosa, now Ramon. This is a character he made infamous for about 2 weeks, back when KOF 14 first released. Big damage character, but not really much going for him beyond that. So he's going to try to find the opportunity as he tries to go through the wall of Hein. And he keeps getting hit low. His ankles right now completely getting broken. Yeah, and not the round that Rosa would have liked to show off Ramon with, but that's really Ramon in a nutshell. His defensive options are pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, I think we didn't even see a no attack from Ramon at all.
His normals are suspects. Like they're just. He didn't really have a chance to do much. Right, so, oh what? Oh,
very nice.
M-Dash not anticipating that, so he got caught out. He's gonna get anti-aired.
Good old verse fireball super. Gotta respect that. Can't jump. You cannot jump.
But unfortunately, that also means now that El Rosa's verse is out of meter, so he's got to somehow work his way back through 2 characters.
But the good thing about verse is he doesn't need meter for damage, so it's okay to spend the super meter.
Now Shune going to work for M-Dash here, and he is in there, not allowing verse any room to breathe. Didn't let the corner mix him up. And this should be it. Verse, not the highest health in terms of different characters, 950 I believe.
So yeah, he's a big body, but doesn't have
the health of a big
standard HP. Yeah.
I guess it's kind of to offset the fact that he has a lot of weird and confusing things he can do. He was a stronger character before. He was definitely one of the big threats at the higher level. Oh. the king of dinosaurs, is coming in for El Rosa now. He has subbed out Ramon. Dinosaur, definitely a polar opposite to Ramon in a lot of ways. Not the biggest damaging character despite being a big body, but he has massive normals. He has some defensive options thanks to guard points, so definitely a completely different proposition now for M-Dash to deal with. Oh, okay. You start with these DPs. Excellent work. Handling that jump CD of Heinz is a big headache for a lot of characters.
Yeah. As you saw last round with Verse against Shune, it's the same thing. Jump CD all day. Verse doesn't have a DP. Very difficult to get out of the corner. So, yeah, you just have to hold back and hope he's trying something else at some point and then get out.
Right, you were mentioning Alice's overhead. There it is, opening up Hein into massive damage. Oh, he didn't DP. That could have been the round. Opportunity for M-Dash to maybe start making a comeback here. No. All right, well,
you called it.
DP's,
you get it.
There it is. I mean, honestly, Rosa's going to need to kind of infuse some chaos into his play. M-Dash, one of the hardest players to beat when you're playing textbook. You definitely need to surprise him. Hard knockdown throw. Yeah, there's the CD, yeah. Because the CD would have kept him in front potentially. The jump D shifting his collision box so that he crossed up. That is a thing in KOF sometimes.
Rosa out of the corner this time.
Oh, got him crouching! And Rosa definitely not expecting that hit to land.
No.
Yeah, totally safe. Oh, got caught.
That's the rock. Oh, the sweep would have killed.
Yeah, he would have had the options there, but still, didn't take an extra hit, so it's all right. It's
okay.
It's an acceptable drop. On the second stream is going to be White Ash versus Kula, for those who are interested. That'll be a pretty awesome match as well. Couple of neutral hop CDs from Rosa here, trying to keep the space, not allow Shune to get in. Yeah, you see the difference here. Dinosaur controls a big amount of the screen with his buttons, but he does have some blind spots.
And now jump CD. Yeah. Oh, nice. That was a really good whiff with the jump in, making it look like it would hit, and then going for the low. So you start blocking high, and then you're just opened up.
Exactly. Completely messes up with your reactions. Oh, it's blocked the cross up. That was potentially. Oh, there's a chance. Dinner time. Knocks him down in the corner. Is he going to take the extra damage by biting him? No. Oh, wow.
You did it!
I think that only hit because Dinosaur's kind of big. I know that his crouching hurt box is also bigger, so I guess.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that worked out the way it did. Like, I guess he was trying to call out maybe a throw tech attempt or something. Just he tried to capitalize on fear that wasn't there, and now he's paying for it with this verse getting opened up for half his life already. And Rosa in a pretty dire spot here. Okay, that jump and hit too early, give him a chance to live again. Oh, and that should do it.
M-Dash 2-0.
Pretty comfortable 2-0 in the end for him, honestly speaking. But I mean, he's the reigning champion. He's trying to keep that trophy in his cabinet. And this is also the last time that the Neo Geo World Tour is going to have KOF 14. SNK is going to take over with their own tour from next year. So he does this. He wins again. He's the double champion. He's the champion forever.
Yeah, sounds good. I would take that.
Yeah, I would if I could, if I was good enough. Kula already in the losers bracket, losing to Wei You, who you guys saw playing Clark earlier. White Ash got sent there by Pineapple. So that's how that side of the bracket's been working out. So that's how they ended up against each other. Two people that were being banked on as dark horses for this tournament, and now one of them's going home. Just like that.
What can you do? I mean, like I said, there are a lot of killer players. I mean, everyone is well known in the KOF 14 scene that's playing here, so oh boy, like, what can you do? At some point you're gonna drop out. Either you take it all the way to the grand finals and win that thing, but I mean, not everyone can win, so
exactly. I mean, there's only going to be one winner in the end, but that winner is going to have to go through literally several of the world's best, as you're saying. So
I mean,
it's a proposition.
You're gonna play Japan's best, China's best, Europe's best,
Taiwan's best, Korea's best, Pakistan's best. So Saudi Arabia's best is here, the UAE. So you've got such a wide coverage of regions in here as well. Oh, and Peru. We have a Peruvian representative as well. Right on point. Willito, there he is.
Who is he up against?
Find out for you in just a minute here.
Score.
Score. Okay.
So Japan versus Peru.
So Score is one of the last remaining survivors of the big nudged evacuation that happened once she got nerfed. So he's one of the few players that still does play nudged.
Yep.
Him and White Ash, I believe. So it's interesting to see because she was always. She was a much stronger character. She was a super strong in the previous version. Now she's still good, but now because of the different changes in the juggle properties she has, especially in the damage scaling and how you need to manage it, she's become much more of a specialist character, and it's her biggest specialists that have been sticking with her so far.
I mean, her drop kick is really strong still because of the extra juggle you get afterwards. So, like you said, the damage is a bit lower, but you still get the same combo. So instead of doing like 600 damage, you just do 500 now.
Poor Nudge doing 500 damage meterless, you know?
And I mean, dropkick doesn't cost any meter.
That
it's
is
just hold the button. Hold the button and release the button at some point.
Right. Well, I mean, it is the conscious choice of losing one of your normals for a while. So for some players, losing both. Now, recently, a lot of Nudge players I see have taken to keeping the B button available and using D dropkicks because B is probably her best air-to-air. So they need that to be available just in case they're in that situation.
And I mean, you can still roll. That's also important, so you still get the access to the mobility with the roll as well.
Yeah, if you use both buttons, you don't have CD, you don't have rolls, so that's really limiting. Okay, he's going with Shunei, Mature, Nudge, and Willito. I do like this team from him. Luong, Mai, Alice. Luong, such a cool character.
I think Nudge will be played first. Do you know which character Willito played first before?
Typically it was Alice. Yeah, there you go. Alice is a perfect point character, really. Good meterless damage, excellent meterless setup afterwards. She doesn't need meter to put you in the best knockdowns. And she does pretty good damage with what she has, so... And she has a meterless reversal. So there you go.
And Najit has meterless dropkick, so... I guess most the standard point characters.
Pretty much. Nudge, yeah, as you mentioned, she doesn't really need to use much meter. Okay, so goes for the reset. Try to go for the cross-up. Excellent punish. He tried to go for the crouch C juggle. There are a lot of little specialized juggles that Nudge can use. Crouch C being one of them, jump forward C being another. So there's a lot of intricate stuff going on with that. But Willito already in there with the pressure. Got hit out of a Rekka. You know that was a Rekka. Oh, too high! Oh, nice try indeed. Activated max mode because he didn't have a dropkick handy, so we take what he can with this.
Yeah,
you
now.
And again,
dropping the second one.
Is there something with juggling Alice specifically, or is his timing just off? So, but you did get to see a little bit out of that specialized juggling in the corner. Nudge's close C also has juggles, but you have to cancel it before the last hit so that you keep getting more juggles going. There's a lot happening with how you do Nudge combos. Really fascinating. The overhead. It's a super common occurrence I see from people to be blocking high, then they start blocking low once the overhead happens.
Yeah. I mean, you think they will do an overhead that hits meaty because it makes the most sense, right?
Yeah.
Because it has a long startup. So you're blocking high, and then you think, no, he's gonna do the low, and then you get the delayed overhead. So it's a really deep mind game, like a lot of layers.
Yeah, pretty deep give and take happening there. All right, anti-air is there, does score.
That does not work.
It's really difficult to get. I've only seen M dash landed so far. And one of the biggest problems she has to deal with is that she only has 900 points as far as health is concerned. So each trade, each poke means a lot more when it lands on Mai. Alright, any setup here? A little bit tame on the setup, kept the roll distance a little bit obvious.
Oh, did not expect the activation at that point. Oh. Nice dash in by Score, just taking the turn with the jump CD, then dashing, crouching B.
So Luong Anchor, this feels like such a risky choice just because of Luong's generally bad defensive options. But if she gets going, oh, he's got the full combos. He's got that going all the way through. He has to Tiger Knee that in order to be able to make it juggle as much as it does.
The air wheel, right?
Yeah, the air wheel. He has to Tiger Knee it twice in the middle of that combo, which is very tricky to do.
Last character for both players who's gonna take this.
Here's the conversion. ANS Mature can't do that. Gets him out of the air. Her command jump has an attack attached that has juggle properties afterwards. But he used up a lot of his meter there. Doesn't have quite enough. Needs to get 2 hits for the kill here.
But
yeah, not feeling that.
Will do it.
Fireball's on the screen, but Luong gets over it. Still only 1 throw away from losing here. 4 meters. Needs a hit. Needs a significant hit. And Score will not make that easy. Oh, is that gonna?
Nah, block.
Too slow, but still got him in for the hit here. Drops it. Didn't get any X there.
But this is still doable. Oh, nice.
He tried to alter his height with that air wheel, but it wasn't high enough to get away from Mature's jump CD.
Man, those reads, both players on point. We got a rematch. So let's see if Score can hit the drop kicks this round. So a few drop kicks last round, so
yeah.
First one hits.
Yeah, there's just a level 1 drop kick, not much possible after that. Alright, that was a huge trade for Willito. He could have been in deep trouble if that wreck had landed clean.
But this round's looking much better for Score so far than last time.
But as we say that now, the big hit by Willito. Hitting continue. Oh, that was a full level drop kick. Super cancel, and that's gonna do it. Score taking the first round.
Oh boy, those reads. Score read the jump out 3 times in a row. 3 times. Willito playing a bit more defensively with Mai, giving Score time to pump the drop kick though. Now we got the Mai pressure with the X-Fan.
Alright, throw into the corner. After getting all that pressure, Score with a chance to potentially reverse the round here.
But we are close to a guard rush on Score's side. Well, I guess we won't see it.
Just the panic hours. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, never mind. Oh, there's the second opener. It goes into a max mode combo this time. Not quite at the right height. With a bit more, that might have actually been a stun. Yeah, he was in deep trouble there. Had to either get shift or try to get out. He tried to get out and got hit on the way out.
No. Could have guard roll cancelled. But
that was about the only option, but by the time he had considered that, he was already within chip damage of death.
Rosa prepared. Just going for the standard pressure with June. That's the thing. If you give Shune too much space, it's just standing full screen, pumping meter with the CP. So He has no projectile to throw, but his DP builds so much meter that you want to be close to him, so he cannot do it.
Yeah. It puts so much mental pressure on the
Yeah.
opponent, you're right. It becomes really difficult to deal with. Just one aspect, one good aspect about Shune
Yeah.
of the many that he has.
見せてあげる Round 4
With Lito down to his last character, so match point for score. Just gotta take down Luong.
I guess the empty jump throw. Oh, there's the opening. Scores massive damage here. Lito on his last legs.
Just one more hit.
Tried to bait a throw tech maybe.
Oh, nice cross up block. Oh, this time it's not blocked. Launch. Reset. Oh.
Whoa. Just wake up DP into super desperation. And score takes it 2-0.
That was really ballsy, because the DP from Shune is only invincible to low normals at the beginning. So
Exactly.
if Milito would have pressed another light kick, it would have hit. You can just mash crouching light kick and you will hit him out of it.
You're right. I guess the thing with score is that he measured his risk versus reward. He's like, if I get this, I win the match. If I don't, I still have a character left. So,
Yeah. In that situation, it's alright to take risks.
all right. So, I guess
Laban will
Laban's
take
gonna
over
come
for
on.
me. Yeah.
All right. So thanks for joining us over here, Sinjil. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, was really fun. Nice matches. I mean, that level of KOF play, it's a true pleasure to commentate.
It always is. It always is.
So have fun with Laban, and good
All right,
luck.
thanks, Sinjil. Take care, man. All right, so we will have none other than Mr. Laban himself coming onto the mic, and I'm going to have him explain what